tough over.
Oh, yeah, he was.
All right, so we'll call the meeting to order here at 5 p.m. First up is to approve and sign the minutes from February 6th. Did anybody have any changes or anything to that?
No, I'll make a motion to accept them as presented.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We also have minutes here from February 7th, which was the floodplain ordinance and budget and warrant hearing. Was there anything in those that?
Looks good to me. I'm motion to approve those minutes as presented.
All right, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is Judy not going to be in attendance tonight?
She did, it's right here. in
I
front of me.
had to find my.
They were missing from.
I had to find mine too.
It's not Easter
You got
yet.
the second on that? Yes. Okay.
All right, and next up, we have the Inter-Municipal agreement with Lincoln over dispatch.
I wasn't sure, so
So it is Lincoln, but the way I read it, they wanted to go back to Graf.
Well, so see,
I'm just
Help me
presenting
out
it.
here.
I'm just presenting you guys this. I didn't know if you wanted to table it. I just wanted to put it out there for you guys. Do whatever, and then I wanted to attach everything. So I just wasn't sure where you wanted to go with it.
so our last meeting with them was January, right before the budget meeting, right? Yeah, with Lincoln, the joint meeting, and we had said that we had some issues with some of the wording in this, and so we had said, let us take it back to
It may change.
Laura to make, or the attorney to make some changes that better represent both communities in the MOU.
Right.
And so Laura's done, or the attorney has done that and has sent it back to us. So now it's in our court to send it to Lincoln to review. In the meantime, we had received the note from the chief with his comments on it. My only, in recognizing the chief's comments, my only thing is that in January, we had kind of indicated that
We're doing it.
we were doing it, and I don't feel
It's
that,
gonna be more money.
well, it'll be more money, but they've budgeted for us to
No, Graf-
participate this
No,
year.
for Grafton.
It'll,
If we go
yeah,
to
I think it's
Grafton,
what,
5,600 more.
about $6,000, but Lincoln has budget, they're going to a town meeting next week like we
Yeah.
are, with this in their budget.
I don't think we can change
I
it
think
the
that's
last minute.
unfair of us this year, but I understand that this is a 2-year agreement. I recommend that we say we would like to change it to a 1-year agreement, so that,
Well, we still have, what is it, I'm just kind of spitballing, we still have 60 days to give them a notice that we're leaving it anyways if we wanted to, before the 2 years is up.
Right, you got 60 days to leave.
either party may withdraw from this agreement upon 30 days notice to the other party.
Right.
And if we were gonna do that, I'd say do it just before the next budget cycle, but
That's what I'm saying,
No.
yeah,
So I think we approve it as it is,
yes,
and then, for this round. And then over the summer and fall, we can look at it and see.
revisit it, see if the chief's any happier or not with it, and then I would say when we start working on our budgets in September, October, if we're serious about making a change
We should
then,
do it
we should do it then, so
I
that they're
agree.
prepared to
correct,
absorb the change.
yeah, before the next budget. cycle.
you guys have got to review Laura's changes and
Yep.
make sure you're approve them so she can continue on, and then let me know if you have any other changes. So you want to change to it 1 year?
No,
Leave it
Leave it
as two,
alone.
because it says it does say in here, either party may withdraw from this agreement upon 30 days.
Is there
notice
any
to the other party.
reasons? It just,
No.
we have, okay.
Yeah.
So just, no.
I think hopefully we can make things mend bridges by then too, would be better.
It
Because
would
it's
be-
closer, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's cheaper. 7,000. So,
And it's often, thinking as a resident and whatnot, it's nice when you call,
half the
that
time you
you're
know who it
getting,
is.
you know who it is, you're getting a voice that you're familiar with because they're your neighbor or whatnot.
There's
And I
something
think there's a lot
said
to be
that.
said about that.
I
Yeah,
mean, this gives us time to look it over and
yeah,
see if,
weigh all the pros and cons.
And I did take away it was item number 5 that I was
Yeah.
not happy with
Right,
in particular, and that's gone, so.
I move we approve it with Laura's changes and send it over to Lincoln see what they think.
To Lincoln for approval in the AG's office, yep. I'll second that motion. All those in favor? We have a very light agenda this evening, so we're now up to, public participation on any of these agenda items.
I can,
Okay.
and I was just.
So
gonna
under
talk about a couple things.
old business,
That
we have some
the
updates.
sand shed is finally finished.
Yes, I drove by that the other day and I, whoa,
Yeah,
I went
Except for
down,
the paving.
except for the paving that we done in the spring, came out great,
I went down there Sunday,
yeah,
I
looks,
actually caught Mike,
looks good, and then, we need to, do something for, Mike for using his shed all winter for the salt and
Kind of
sand.
have,
Yeah,
they've been off the tax roll for this whole,
okay,
I talked to
that's fair,
Chris
that's pretty
Marnowi,
generous.
yep, that's, yeah,
because we had that whole cycle where the property was still exempt. And now we'll be bringing it back on. And with
because
their
it-
issues in June, and so
that's great,
they didn't get a tax bill for the fall.
that's fair, because I mean, that
That's good.
saved us, because we plugged in our equipment there all winter, we used the salt and sand shed, they had the wear and tear in the driveway,
Driveway,
parking lot,
yep.
everything. That's a great solution,
So we kind of, I talked with Chris, I guess he's the partner,
I don't know,
he's the
yes,
partner of it, I forget why he called now, but we got talking and I thanked him very much for
yeah,
working with
that's a
us
great
and being,
solution, that's super,
and that, I just explained to him that was a tax exempt property and we didn't, the property is assessed as, it stands April 1st, so you kind of you got that whole 6 months for free.
yeah, so that's fair, yeah.
And he's aware of that.
He is, I mean, it's
Is he happy
a,
with that?
he was happy with
Good.
that. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know if it's, no, it's not really, it's the law, so he kind of received that, he would, the kicker of it was he was gonna receive it anyways. So I don't know if you wanna go above and beyond all that.
Let's see.
I mean, but they were very gracious, they were very good to us.
Oh, yeah, they were. And also the, Mike and I were working on the lead thing, we had to do another one last week with those attorneys from New York, it's a long, long process. Mike's getting together all the tide cards, we gotta ship off, he's gonna scan all those, ship them down. My suggestion is with Steve, to get Steve maybe involved to help him look for that stuff, help him do that. Cause they like,
Well, but
No.
some of the type of, I don't know that we have the capability of scanning, we're gonna have to probably use maybe Steve Tower or Verizon to help us, if they're the big ones.
oh, the big ones, okay.
If they, those ones we cannot, the rest we can go up to 11 by 17.
And we need the original plans from Alpine and Deer Park to show that they were built without lead and so forth and so on. So it's a very involved thing for a small town. It's,
We sent out, every water bill received.
they were happy with that. You know, they were happy that we started with that. When they're gonna use that, they put that in a spreadsheet and then as they get the time cards, things like that. They're gonna fill everything in for us. They're gonna do a lot of work
We haven't
for us.
gotten one call though.
What?
We stopped every water bill that went out.
She didn't think we'd get many.
We didn't get one call.
She didn't
Nobody's
think we'd get
responding.
many.
and that's if they have lead pipes in their house.
We need to know what they
The
have.
thing is,
What
we
they
have to figure out if they do as we go through this, if they do or not.
And if not, what is it?
So, I don't know, yeah, it's involved, I mean, hopefully, if we, Mike thinks he does have the plans for Alpine and Deer Park. If we just can scan those in, send those down, that'll eliminate
We do it part of
all
it.
that right off the whack. Then, anything new in the roads, it has to send down, so, and they all want it like next week, like, well, I said, you know, a month or so, it's gonna take us to get that at least, so, I mean, we've done with the minimum amount of work to do by next fall. But if you don't do all the work by next fall, then you got another whole process you gotta go through. So that we're better off trying to get it all done if we can by next November.
And this is DES.
Oh, it's
It's
mandated.
federal.
It's federal. This is a
Federal.
federal mandate. Yeah.
And we're dealing with this law firm out of New York City that's running the whole program for the state, along with the state DES people. So we meet with I met with, they're all on the call the other day. I might didn't do that, but for some reason showed up on my thing, oh, you've got a meeting in 10 minutes, I'm like, oh.
Mike did the last.
Good thing it went on my phone, go on. So I didn't have it on my calendar, but it went on my phone, so I got that, so I sat through that for an hour, so. A lot of it was just repeating what they were talking about already, but it's really something.
It's a lot for somebody,
A small
like
town
us,
like us,
because we're not staffed for it.
We don't
you
have a
know,
lot of people doing that stuff, you know.
And when
so,
you do, because once you're done with it.
you know,
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a job.
Right,
So
so
it's not
hopefully
like
if
you can hire
Steve can help us out some and you know, something that we're gonna end up doing some digging, I think too, you know, to dig up some of the
Mhm.
junctions and things like that to test and you know, but we'll,
We tried.
that'll come later, once we get all the inventory we can into the system and see where we're at, so.
And who's working with us on that, Horizons or Penachuk?
Nobody.
As
Nobody.
far as getting it into the system? Oh,
No,
so
they
you-
do it,
They do, it, the
We
federal,
gotta get them.
all we do is ship everything we've got down to
the
them.
data down to them, and they populate.
And
it
they're
for
gonna
you.
come back with a plan of what they'd like us
Gotcha.
to do.
Right, so I've imported it, I took all of our connections and water users into a spreadsheet. So it has map and lot, I don't
That
know.
made them very happy. Go on.
Address. So they at least have that, and
Okay.
now we just have to go to every connection.
Or document it.
Or if we can determine the year built,
Gotcha.
year built helps, but now it's not just that they wanna know, they wanna know what it is. So we thought we could eliminate a whole bunch going by
The year they were
the
built.
year they were built, but now they wanna know.
That will help your, their belt, that'll make it a little easier, but still, it doesn't solve it. And you have to know all the town lines too,
Oh,
so.
It's a lot.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
well, thank you.
But, I mean, you know, they're gonna be doing all this, I mean, we're gonna need to hire someone part-time to help, but there's no question about it.
Right,
And that Steve's great because he knows the system, he's retired, he's the obvious
and if we
guy.
could just get him in here, but now of course the cemetery's picking up too, so.
Right. Yeah,
But at least he would know, it'd be great if he will sign on to do it with us, to go into the houses and stuff, because he'll know, and he'll know what he's looking for.
Yeah.
and
I don't
other,
know if he's interested.
other up-to-date things is that, we've been working on trying to do the sewer treatment ordinances and things like that. Stephen France has not been jumping right on it, and the state, people are getting irritated. So we're working on it. Judy and I sent some emails out last week,
Okay.
and then Mike and I are gonna sit down, do a sewer thing for commercial customers. Kathy's been having, so somebody's dumping grease
A lot
down
of
the
it.
drain, like a lot of it,
Mm,
like, you know, Violet is full of grease.
yeah.
And so, I mean, we talked to everybody, I sent out emails to people I knew to say, you know, stop it, so.
Mike's gone door to door, he's tried to catch them.
So
He-
the next step is he's gonna have to go
Where else,
open
where
manholes.
else is big enough
He's
that they
cheeseman.
could do something that would show up that much?
You know, you got a bakery that does donuts, you got, the new tuna restaurants, you've got us, you've got Wayne's. Wayne's was the culprit the first time,
And they owned it.
and they owned it, they were dumping it down there, and that still could be left over. But everybody knows now, so, but we're gonna come up with rules and regulations of what they can do. and not do, so.
But before they can
No.
do that, like
Assign the
Mike came
fines.
to me with all this stuff,
Yes.
but you can't incorporate that stuff if you haven't incorporated it into your SOU, so.
Right, we have
They
to
need
do
to
that.
So do
sit-
step one and then to get to. step
Kathy,
two.
Scott, and Mike need to sit down with that SOU.
So hopefully the plan is
Find
right
out.
away and we'll get that done.
Okay,
So
Great.
that's the hope.
and so then there'll be fines attached
Yes,
to,
yeah.
good.
$10,000 a day,
No, we weren't crazy. Go on.
and stop them in a hurry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Only take once.
I think that's reasonable, but,
That's what your other towns are doing.
anyway,
One truckload of lamprey is 5,000,
I know it is.
so they
At
have,
And I've been a
At
good
least
boy.
that.
so take that into consideration when you're setting
I
the
went down
fine.
and talked, spent some time with Kathy the other day. The Lamprey truck was there. So we talked for half an hour. We're working
And
on
how
it.
is,
We'll do that.
how is Horizons doing with, projects up the road here? Okay,
I know contacted me,
okay.
well, the permitting went through.
Oh, okay, good.
we've done the shoreland,
Okay, good.
that type of permitting, that's the last
That's the last.
I've
of it.
done, but you'd have to check with Mike to make sure he's not reaching out to him.
Okay. We should do that.
Electric, New Hampshire Electric's done. And
Okay.
the permitting is submitted, and last I heard, not to, New Hampshire DES is short-staffed, and we're probably looking 2 to 3 months.
Cool. Okay,
I think that's what I read. Don't
All
quote
right.
me on that, but it's gonna be a while.
so maybe after next Tuesday, we can get after Mike a little bit. Not Mike Welch, but Steve, sorry, from Horizons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
And-
been,
Get
the other thing you guys need to do
priorities
is,
at with that.
really start getting on the Moore Street. You
Yeah.
gotta figure out,
So we got
Yeah.
quite a few
Yes.
fires.
there's some big things that need to, that are high priority, that
Yeah.
probably need to be
And we've got the
started.
money budgeted for that already, so.
Yes.
It's the treatment of the soil. We need to get Skip here. We need him in one room, Steve
It's
in
not
one
gonna
room,
happen.
and Laura in one room. Well, we may have to go to him or go to a neutral spot. I don't know, but it has to happen.
I'll help look into that next week and see what I can do with water, so.
Well, Laura's waiting on that. It's contingent on all of us being in one room with a rep from Horizon. And it's to do with the treatment of the soil. He has to sign that form. He has to sign that,
Right,
Okay.
and then we can move. Even if you guys at this point don't get reimbursed for the 5,000 that it's gonna cost to treat it,
it's only 5,000.
I think. I don't wanna speak to, I don't have it in front of me. We
I
have
don't know.
so many, well, if you get in, I think they give you so much. I don't know. We have so many things going on right now. I don't wanna
Right.
speak to that unless it's in front of me.
I think,
Well, and then
They don't
this
do
pump
anything for
project has to be
5,000.
done before
The what?
The pump project needs to be done before the end of the year. as
Yeah,
well,
we have to
because
get,
of our-
do a recording, an ARPA recording by the end of
I
April
did.
on that.
I did, talk a little bit to the head guys, and they're still working, they're waiting for this piece to put in that piece. It looks good, I mean, it looks
Right.
everybody.
They announced it on Facebook, so you know it's.
It's coming.
It's, they think they're gonna be able to start this year.
Good.
So, the first, 30 whatever units. Oh, and then he said, well, give us a vote, I said, as soon as you give us that water and sewer money.
Yes, I actually, that's actually, I was working with Kathy on that. Building permits are not going out without that,
Hey,
paid. If they either need to submit approval from DES for water and septic, well and septic, or they need to have paid their water and sewer connection fees with the
Upfront.
building.
before
And
they
so
get a building
we're
permit.
not mailing them out unless we
100%.
have it,
Yep.
because gotta start keeping track of it.
Great,
So that'll be good when we get that, that'll.
I think this spring, we really need to be on a couple of those things.
Yeah.
Across the street, is it still just putting in 6? It looks like
Right
they got a lot-
now,
Right now,
Looks like they got a lot more.
they got a lot more planned,
No,
they got a lot more planned, no, I think he's only got
prefab,
6,
so we got 6 prefab.
I think.
I think that's all.
Looks like
Because he
one, I
did
haven't driven
four-
in.
No, they just started, last week. I'll
And
tell
they're going
you,
up quick,
he is not somebody that will cheat the system.
I said, he's pretty legit, I gotta
He,
say.
you
No,
wish,
that's fine, I'm just,
I'll tell
making sure I
you,
didn't
he's one that,
Michelle.
yeah,
miss anything, as it's been.
he is so good to work with. He's so,
And I don't wanna give him too
trustworthy.
many goes, but he seems like he goes above and beyond
he is by
what
the
he
book.
needs to do, it really does go.
He's the one that
If
said
he's
he's not
missed
going
something,
short.
he didn't know about it.
No, he's not gonna go short term.
No, these are, rentals. Did he tell me were they 2-bedroom?
I think they're all
Well,
2 bedroom,
They're all 2-bedroom cabins.
quite a bit, it was, I don't know what the rent was gonna be, like 1,800 or something.
I heard that for Parker Ledge, or was it, not Parker, the Temple.
Park Lodge.
Yeah,
For 1
when
bedroom.
are they gonna start working on Parker Lodge?
I haven't heard, I don't think, they haven't.
It's up for
it's
sale
sale.
again.
It's up for
It is.
sale
I don't think
again?
it's-
750.
No, I don't think it's got, because
You're kidding me.
no,
Signs up,
no,
it's on the internet.
I don't think he was happy with the plan that he had, that he wanted to do it by himself. He had talked to me, he talked to Loon, and a few other people, that I think, going with him to do this thing, but, I wasn't into it, because I thought it was gonna be too much money for the small units you were gonna have, and then Lou backed out as well, so.
Check it out. It was listed this week.
Oh, no
Mhm.
kidding.
The pictures are on, 749,000.
And they bought it for 5.
Yeah.
For just under 5, right? 490 something.
300,000 more.
Well, we'll see.
But the sign is up, John Chamberlain.
Okay.
It's on the internet.
It was a great use, I thought. I mean, it would help, but
Well, I thought I could see it for like the J1s,
Yes,
people that,
exactly.
they would have been perfect for that, but they couldn't
Then
afford
it's
that.
seasonal rent.
But they couldn't afford that type of rent, because they usually all like, they live together to be able to afford what they have, it has to be worth their,
the going rate for J1's 100 or 125 a week.
yeah, so that was too steep.
I charge 100, two little charge 125, whatever.
Do you know who bought it, or is it somebody that has been doing developments around here?
No, he's from southern part of the state, I think, and then, I met him a couple times, I went over there, actually looked at it, showed me the plans. And, he's done developments before with apartment houses and stuff like that from down where he is,
Uh-huh.
but nothing up here, he doesn't own anything up here, so,
Oh, he doesn't,
no, I don't think so. No.
so it's
That
just
could
an
be wrong.
investment
Yeah, it's
property.
an investment property.
Interesting, I didn't even know it went back up.
So, I don't know. I just know the trouble is, there you go, you buy it for $750, how do you spend another $500 on it, how do you rent it out at a reasonable rate? I mean,
It's hard.
it doesn't work, it
No,
can't.
the math doesn't.
It's not a bad location.
No, the ahead project, if you read through all the rigmarole in there, the units they're building are $340,000 a piece. On the head units of the average 340,000 each. That's of course the land and all the legal fees and everything else, but still,
Which ones are those?
the head units,
Wow.
if you read through the prospectus, it ends up, it's
The
about,
cost of building.
cost of-
everything.
each unit's about average to 3/4. So,
It's just before COVID, there's been no rules.
and I think that's why they need to get all the good financing and everything else they can, I guess, and make it work, but. Anyway, that's all my town
Your Scott.
gossip.
Oh, that's good. Good.
Well, because it doesn't end up in another 2007, 2008 fiasco.
Oh, yeah, I hope not,
With banks overlending.
I hope not.
All right, well, we need to go into a non-public session under RSA 91A:3, numeral 2A. So we will not come back into public session after that. We will adjourn. So do I have a motion to go into non-public?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well,
Have a good one. Bill.